first collab.
Yes.
First collab. Welcome back, you guys. So if you guys are new here, my name is Jasmin, and this is my channel where I show you guys a little bit of entrepreneurship, some lifestyle, and some contenido en español. If you guys are new here, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And today is going to be actually our 4th episode for our mukbang series. So we have a special guest, and I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself. But without further ado, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started.
Go ahead and dive right in. So my name is Deje'a Jasmeen, aka Cutie. I am the CEO and founder of Foodies With A Cutie, which is a social media blog and TV series where I venture out to all of the best locally and family-owned restaurants, food trucks, bakeries, etc. Wherever the good food is, guarantee I've been there or I will be there. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Foodies With A Cutie to check out all of my great content and to go ahead and discover some new local eatery.
Yes, and I actually met Deja through a production set. So my boyfriend was filming her first episode for her TV series. So go check her channel out because she has the best content. So we're gonna dive into today's video, and we're gonna be eating some chicken wings and answering some business questions for you guys. So like I said, Deja is an entrepreneur. She is a food blogger, and I noticed on your page that you started your page in 2018. So did you actually start, I guess, your page in 2018, or were you already doing it before then?
So in 2018, I had, it's a funny story. I began by doing like a talk show podcast sort of thing, and it was called the Deja Talk Show, and it was actually where I was interviewing different entrepreneurs, and I would just kind of like get their story. They would talk about like the hardships that they faced and, you know, just any obstacles that they had to overcome to get to where they are today, because I feel like when it comes to entrepreneurship, like people are so quick to show the good and they don't talk about the bad as much, and I feel like that allows a lot of people to get discouraged. So I wanted to be that platform that exposed like the hardships and everything of that sort, and it was cool. I really loved what I did. I kind of just lied.
No, my friend told me that she found you through that podcast. So that's crazy because I think that you don't notice it, but I always, like, ever since I met her, guys, like, I always tell her, like, I don't think she notices the impact that she has with their community.
No,
but there's a lot of people that really look up to you and, like, support you.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate anybody who does support me or who has been following me since I began my entrepreneurship journey, because it has been crazy. But yes, I did start off by doing the Deja Talk Show. And then I was like, you know what, I love eating some food. So I had began a segment that was Food Friday. I called it Food Fridays, and it was what I'm doing now is going out to different locally and family-owned restaurants and just helping people discover them, because we want these local restaurants to become larger corporations. So yeah, that was my goal with that. And when I began that segment, I fell in love. Like, I said, I want to strictly do this. This is what I want to do. So I took a 1.5-year hiatus, and I completely rebranded. I thoroughly figured out my brand, like how I wanted to approach it and everything of that sort. And then I came to the conclusion of Foodies With A Cutie, and I literally love what I do so much now. Like, it's so fun. And I really feel like it shows that I love it too. So.
And I love that, because ever since I met you, like, I always told you, like, you can tell who really loves what they're doing because they love what they're doing, and who is just doing it for the money.
Yeah. And
so you noticed that as an entrepreneur really quick. So I love to hear that even you were doing some entrepreneur work before you even knew it.
Yeah, like, for awesome. Sure.
And a part of the reason why I even started the series was because I do want to highlight, you know, more entrepreneurs in the community, more people that, you know, more women that are actually working, you know, really, really hard.
Yeah.
And don't get enough spotlight or don't get enough recognition for what they're doing. So we're gonna go ahead and start eating, and we got some fried pickles. She is the best with photo pictures and recording. I'm not good. But if you guys go check out her page, that's something that Deja is actually really known for. So she actually takes some of like the best content pictures, and I'm sorry if I'm spilling it on you.
No, you're not.
But she takes some of like the best food pictures in the city, like for real. So go check out her page. But we got some chicken wings, we got some fried pickles, so we're gonna go ahead and eat and answer some questions for you guys. So we'll be back.
You want cheers to fried pickle?
Yeah, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Their batter's different, but I like it.
That's what I said. I'm like, I tried that, I'm like, it's different. Have any entrepreneurs that you currently look up to, or that have inspired your journey as an entrepreneur?
Honestly, I would say it is Dame Drops. So Dame Drops is, I want to say he's from Connecticut. I may be wrong. But Dame Drops actually does practically the same thing that I am doing. He started on YouTube just by trying different foods, and his reactions were just like out of this world. Like, he has just like so much personality, and he's just not afraid to be who he is. And then he just completely start prospering. Like, he has his own Netflix show now called Fresh, Fried, and Crispy. I definitely say he is an inspiration to me, because he started from the bottom, and he built his brand, he built his name. Like, yeah, he went after everything that he wanted, and he got it, and it just really inspires me, because there's really no blueprint for what we do. It's just a matter of really just doing it and figuring out like what works best for you. So Dame Drops, if you watch this, just know you are an inspiration to not only myself but other people. So yeah.
And I love that, because this is something that I always say, but I don't think that we realize like how much we're inspiring other people, because like even when you talk to those entrepreneurs or other podcasts that I listen to, like they have so many followers, or you know, whatever, like, or they have like reached a certain level of success where other people are like, damn, like how are they doing it? But when you talk to them, it's like sometimes they're even still questioning themselves.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how I got here. I don't even know how it just happened. So I love that, because like you said, like he inspired you, but you just don't know how many other people that now you're inspiring, you know, to be the next to you, or to be the next person in your shoes. So, and along with this entrepreneurship journey, you know, what has been like the biggest challenge that you think that you've faced, or that you've came across?
I would say the biggest challenge for me as an entrepreneur in general would definitely have to be me finding my niche. I have tried so many businesses, like so many businesses. I've tried doing mink eyelashes. I've tried selling like shoes with matching purses. I've tried selling like desserts. I've tried a lot of things, and none of them, like, I mean, they could have worked out, but it felt like a job. It felt like I was overexerting myself all the time. I just didn't have that extra like I didn't have that push. So like I said, it would definitely have to be me finding my niche and figuring myself out in what I do love. But I'm actually very grateful that I did face all of those challenges, and I've had those failed businesses, because it led me exactly where I am now. Like, if I wouldn't have ever tried those things, I don't think I've ever would have come to this conclusion of Foodies with a Cutie. Like, I never would have started the Deja talk show, because a lot of the times I was scared to start a business, because I don't like to fail, but failure just teaches you so many lessons that success could never. So I just say, even if you feel like your business may be a failure, just still go for it, because it's more of, at least you try it, and at least you know you like it or you don't like it. So that would definitely be my advice, and those were the challenges that I faced becoming an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that is so important because, again, like I listen to a lot of podcasts, but that's even something that they said that, you know, a lot of people don't even start because fear holds them back.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, even like a lot of people think that failing is a bad thing. And when you get into marketing, like that's something that you have to learn within marketing. You have to fail in order to see what works and what doesn't, because that's the only way that you actually have a good way of being able to measure something or have a statistic of something.
Exactly.
So I know that it might be scary to fail because it looks bad to other people. I know some people have said that to them, they just don't want to fail in front of other people because they don't want other people to see them fail. And it's just like, at the end of the day, you have to lose, you know, that fear and being scared, because you have to fail in order to see, you know, where your redirection is. So
yeah,
I love that. So
definitely. And I think another thing is like, people support what I do 10 times more, because a lot of my supporters have watched me from the jump ever since my first business. Like a lot of my supporters have been there throughout my entire process. Like they've watched me fail, all of that. And it's just like, now that they know that I found my niche, it's like, yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Like,
and that's how it should always be. Like, that's how it should always be. And this is something that I told her when I first met her. Like, I don't understand why, especially some women, like some women, I only say some because not everybody's like this, but some women don't like to collab with other women, or don't like to even partake in helping another woman win, because to them they feel like that's somehow threatening them. And that's something that I always tell her, like, we're always gonna win when you actually support one another and stick with one another and just have genuine like relationships or connections with people. So I love that you said that, because that just shows, you know, how much, you know, people are actually supporting you and how much they're actually rooting for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But within that, you know, what is the most important thing that you want people to remember about your brand, or when it comes to your brand, or to even remember you by?
I'd just say the authenticity, transparency, like that is everything to me. That is all I stand for, and that's what my brand is. So yeah, remember me by those things for sure. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'ma always be myself, as I should, and that is the only person that I want people to know me by. It's just by Deje'a Jasmeen, aka the cutie, the one who is goofy, the one who doesn't care to show that there are bad days, the one who is imperfectly perfect. So yeah, remember me by those things, because that's Deje'a Jasmeen. That's the real her.
I love it.
And I love myself. Like, I've actually grown to love myself throughout this journey too. So I just love it.
Yeah. No, go ahead and use it all. Yeah, go ahead and use it all. But that's another thing that I think entrepreneurship really does teach you as a woman, is like, you really have to learn how to you know, just set boundaries and stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself, because you know, and I think as women, we know that we're always going to constantly get told no by either men in workplaces, or we're getting compared to, you know, the white man or whatever that looks like. And so we really have to stand up and learn how to advocate for ourselves and what we deserve. So, and I guess, like, you know, what advice would you give to an entrepreneur now that would be starting in your shoes, or just an entrepreneur?
I really feel like I'll just kind of piggyback on what I had just said earlier with the last question. Be yourself. Don't ever be afraid to fail. I always say, never allow anyone to deter you. So what if nobody else thinks it's a good idea? If you like it, I love it, go for it. At least you tried. But if you never try, you will never freaking know. Don't underestimate yourself. You work hard every single day, and you set goals for yourself. No goal is too big. As long as you have faith in yourself, then anything is possible. Like, happiness is homemade, and as long as you believe in yourself, that is all that will ever matter. The support would domino effect from there, but it has to start within you. So that would definitely be my word of advice, whether you're in my field or not, just as a person, period. Like, just believe in yourself, love yourself, like speak life and love into yourself, and the rest, like the rest will play out so perfectly. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I mean, and I do want to highlight a little bit of a spotlight on Deja. So Deja is a self-published author. We were actually just talking about it, and she said she doesn't want to, you know, share too much about her book, but, you know, I told her a lot of people are going to relate to you and your story just because you're being authentic and you're being yourself.
Yeah.
So, you know, can you tell the audience a little bit about your book, when you created it, and why?
Actually, I want to say 2 days ago, made 2 years that I had the photo shoot for my book. I want to say it launched January 4th of 2020. It is called Deja Vu, because my name is Deja, and it's spelled the way that my name is spelled. So Dejea, and then Vu. And then the subtitle is Walking into the Woman That I Am Today. It's my life story. My life was not peaches and cream growing up. Like, honestly, people who meet me today are just so convinced that I grew up in a 2-parent household, like had everything just like given to me, but no, it was like the complete opposite. So I really just touched base on the things that I encountered in my childhood. And then I lost my mom in 2015. So I went over that. I was a college dropout. I was homeless. Like, yeah, I touched base on all of that. And then that's when I started getting into the good stuff at the end. They just start, I wouldn't say I start loving myself at this point yet in my book. Excuse me. But it was more of me finding myself and me building myself into the person that I am today. And it was just like the first couple of steps. I did start prospering. I did eventually get a better job. When I dropped out of school, I had ended up getting a better job. And then I ended up getting my first apartment. And then 11 months later, I purchased my first property. Like, little old Deja would have never thought in a million years that I would be where I am today. And even then, like, the person that I was then, I just never saw that coming for myself. So I've actually been thinking about publishing a second book, talking about how I grew even more, like running into the woman that I am today, or just growing into the woman I am, period. I'm still thinking on it, because I still have a lot more growing to do, and I have a lot more things that I know I'll end up like being able to share with everyone. So yeah, we're thinking about a second book for sure. I have like imposter syndrome when I do something good. A lot of the time I'm like, okay, I feel like it's something I'm supposed to do, like, so I don't reward myself as I should, but I've been working on that. So yeah.
It takes baby steps, and that's something I told her, because like I said, we all go through it. So congrats on buying your first property. I know that is a really big accomplishment, but
Yeah.
I do want to end off the show by asking her one last question is, you know, what do you see next?
Okay. Next, I see me traveling like nationally, doing what I do.
Oh, period.
Yeah, that is definitely the next thing. I was gonna say like me having my show on a network, but I could definitely see me doing this nationally before I get to the part where I have my own show on a network. So national, let's go national. Foodies with a Cutie nationally, like let's go to Vegas, let's go to Houston, let's go to Atlanta, let's go to Orlando, let's go to New York, let's go to Connecticut, let's go to New Jersey, let's go to
Foodies with the Cutie is now internationally global.
Okay.
It is, period.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on my channel. This was really fun to film. If you guys could see Deja in real person, like she is completely the same person that you guys see. Like she's so sweet, and yeah, you just need people like that are hardworking and that are just genuine. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much for being on my channel.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Since the first time I met you, I'm just like, that's my new friend. That's my new friend.
I love her.
Yes, I love you for sure.
And it was crazy because we both found out we were both Pisces.
Yes.
We were both Pisces.
It's just like instantly clicked.
Yes. But thank you so much for coming on my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And go check out her new food series because like I said, my boyfriend is going to be producing that new series. So go check it out, Foodies With A Cutie on YouTube. And go check out her content because she has the best food content. And she's always so authentic and she's the best person. So just go support her. So.
And make sure you guys definitely go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And don't forget to go ahead and follow her dude, Combs Graphics. He is amazing. He is awesome at what he does. He gave me an opportunity that I just could not pass up on. So it was just such a blessing. It was such a blessing with you guys coming across me. Like, yeah, definitely.
But likewise, like we always say, like, and as entrepreneurs, like you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like we always say, like, we're so blessed to meet other genuine people that are as hardworking as us, because you guys know that when it comes to entrepreneurship, like the lifestyle, like you either have it in you to want to take, you know, the steps to do it, or you don't. And so Deja has always been about it. Since we met her, so I'm just really excited to see, you know, where her journey takes her, because it's fun and it's amazing meeting people that are as passionate as you are. So
thank you. It was great working with y'all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys, and we will see you again maybe in episode 2, part 2. So thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.